Jake is 31 years old. He wakes up at 2 in the morning sometimes. Not because of a nightmare, just numbers, running the same math in his head over and over again because something does not make sense. He has a job, a real one, $65,000 a year. He packs his lunch every day. He drives a used Honda. He even has a budget app on his phone. A budget app. And yet, last Tuesday night, he sat down at his kitchen table, his coffee going cold right next to him. He opened his credit card statement and stared at a number that made his stomach drop. $14,700. He did not go on vacation to get there. He did not buy designer clothes. He did not do anything reckless. Just a transmission that blew out last March, $1,800. His mother's emergency flight when she got sick, $600. 3 months where groceries just cost more than they used to. Just life. Normal, relentless, expensive life. And somehow that adds up to $14,700 at 24% interest, which means last month Jake paid the bank $312 just in interest. Not reducing his balance, not getting closer to zero, $312 gone forever for the privilege of having borrowed money he needed to survive. Here is the part that should make you angry. Jake did not fall into this trap by accident. He was pushed. And today I am going to show you exactly how, and more importantly, how to climb back out. Let us go back to where this all started. Because credit cards did not begin as a trap. They began as a convenience. New York City. A businessman named Frank McNamara goes out to dinner. He reaches for his wallet and realizes he forgot it at home. Humiliating moment. He vows it will never happen again. A few months later, he invents the Diners Club card. Simple idea. Pay now, settle at the end of the month. No interest, no tricks, no fine print. Just convenience. And for a while, that is genuinely all it was. But then the banks noticed. And when banks notice something profitable, everything changes. By the 1970s, banks started issuing their own cards. By the 1980s, a single Supreme Court ruling allowed them to charge whatever interest rate they wanted. No limits, no caps. Overnight, rates jumped from 12% to 18% to 24% to 29%. But here is what makes this truly brilliant and truly sinister. They did not raise the rates loudly. They buried them in fine print, in terms and conditions that nobody reads. While the marketing screamed, rewards points, cash back, travel miles, you deserve this. They dressed a loan shark in a tuxedo, handed it to the middle class, and called it a benefit. Now here is something they definitely do not want you to know. Credit card companies did not just study finance. They studied you, your psychology, your behavior, your blind spots. Because here is the thing about humans. When you pay with cash, your brain registers pain. Actual, measurable, neurological pain. Neuroscientists put people inside MRI machines. They watched their brains light up as they paid for things. Cash payment? The pain center fires immediately. Credit card swipe? Almost nothing. Psychologists call this the pain of paying, and credit cards were specifically engineered to eliminate it, not as a side effect, as the feature. Because a customer who feels no pain spends more. Studies show people spend 12 to 18% more when using cards versus cash. Same store, same person, same shopping list, just a different way to pay. 12 to 18% more. Think about what that means over a full year. If you spend $3,000 a month on your card, and most middle-class families do, that psychological trick alone costs you an extra $4,000 to $6,000 per year. Money you did not consciously choose to spend. Money the system quietly pulled from you. and you never even felt it leave. All right, now we get to the part that I genuinely believe should be taught in every single school. Open any credit card statement. You will see something like this. Balance, $8,200. Minimum payment due, $165. $165 feels manageable. It feels responsible even. You are paying something every month on time. Good person, doing the right thing. But here is what that little number is actually doing to you. Take that $8,200 balance, 24% APR, the current national average. If you only ever make the minimum payment, it will take you over 20 years to pay it off. 20 years. That is longer than most mortgages used to be. And by the time you are done, you will have paid more than $16,000 in interest alone on an $8,200 balance. You borrowed $8,200, you repaid over $24,000. That is not a credit card. That is a machine that reaches into your future and transfers your money to a bank, month after month, decade after decade. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. That minimum payment number, it was not chosen randomly. It was calculated to be just high enough to keep you current and just low enough to keep you paying forever. The bank is not helping you escape your debt. The bank is helping you maintain your debt. There is a massive life-changing difference between those two things. Now, here is a question worth asking out loud. Who are they actually targeting? Not low-income families. They often cannot qualify for high limits. Not wealthy families. They pay the full balance every month, collect free rewards, and never pay a single dollar in interest. The perfect credit card customer, and I need you to really hear this, the perfect customer is someone exactly like Jake. Stable job, pays bills on time, just enough financial pressure to actually use the card, too responsible to default, too stretched to pay it off. Banks have a word for this person. They call them a revolver, someone who revolves their debt, round and round, month after month, year after year, generating reliable, predictable, endless interest income. And the middle class is full of revolvers, not because they are careless, not because they do not try, but because the cost of middle-class life has quietly outpaced middle-class income for the last 30 years. Rent, up. Healthcare, up. Childcare, up. Groceries, up. Wages, mostly flat. That gap has to be filled somehow, and the credit card is always right there, ready, instant, easy, solving today's problem, creating next year's crisis. One more trap, then we get to the escape. Remember when you first got your card? Your limit was maybe $1,000. You used it, paid it. Used it, paid it. Good, responsible behavior. Then one day, out of nowhere, congratulations, your credit limit has been increased to $5,000. Felt like a reward, did it not? Like the bank trusted you, like you had earned something. But here is what actually happened behind that notification. The bank looked at your spending data, saw you were reliable, saw you occasionally carried a balance, and thought, this one is worth more to us. So they expanded the trap. Because here is human psychology one more time. When your limit goes up, your spending follows. Not dramatically, not all at once, just slowly. An extra dinner out, a nicer version of something you needed anyway, a purchase you knew you would pay off next month. And quietly, without you noticing, your lifestyle expands to fill the space the bank created. Economists call this lifestyle creep, and it is almost completely invisible while it is happening. Okay, no more darkness. Let us talk about what actually works. Real strategies, real results. I will warn you up front, there is no magic here, but there is a clear path, and people walk it every single day. Step 1, face the number. Not a rough estimate. Not around 15,000, I think. Every card, every balance, every interest rate, written down in one place. This single act, just seeing the full truth, changes something fundamental in your brain. Most people avoid it because looking feels terrible, but you cannot fight what you refuse to see. Step 2. Stop the bleeding. While you are in debt, the card stays in the drawer. Not forever, just for now, because you cannot fill a bucket that still has a hole in it. Step 3. Pick a strategy and commit. 2 methods, both proven, both work. The snowball. Pay the minimum on everything. Throw every extra dollar at your smallest balance first. Kill it, then roll that payment into the next one. The wins come fast, the momentum is real, psychologically powerful. The avalanche. Throw every extra dollar at your highest interest rate first. Mathematically saves you the most money, emotionally harder, financially smarter. Pick the one you will actually stick with. A good plan you follow beats a perfect plan you abandon. Step 4. Make the phone call. This one surprises people every time. You can call your credit card company and simply ask for a lower interest rate. Today, right now, if you have been a customer for a while, and if you have made payments on time. Roughly 70% of people who ask get a reduction. They do not advertise this. A 5-minute phone call can save you hundreds of dollars. Make the call. Step 5. Build the wall. The reason most people never fully escape debt is that every time they make real progress, an emergency pushes them right back. So while you are paying down debt, you are also building a small emergency fund at the same time. Even $1,000 changes everything. It means the next car repair does not go on the card. It breaks the cycle. It gives you breathing room. And breathing room is where freedom begins. Back to Jake. He made a decision. He stopped pretending the number was not there. He sat down, wrote everything out, cut 2 subscriptions he had completely forgotten about, called his card company, got his interest rate dropped from 24% to 19%, started paying $600 a month instead of the minimum, and for the first time in 3 years, his balance went down. Not dramatically, not overnight, but it moved, and something shifted in him the moment it moved. Because here's what nobody tells you about debt. It does not just cost you money, it costs you options. It costs you the ability to quit a job that is slowly killing you, to take a risk on something you actually believe in, to say no to things that do not serve you anymore. Every single dollar of debt you eliminate is a small piece of your life returned to you. So start today. Not Monday, not after the holidays, not when things calm down. Today. Write down the number. All of it. That is step 1. Just that. Because the people who escape this trap all share exactly one thing. They stopped looking away. If this video helped you see money differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe for next week where we cover the one money habit that separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. See you then.